Good morning, viewers. Hope everyone's doing okay. I'm pretty good today myself. Thinking about some of these years as I go through this, it brings up memories sometimes I forgot about. We'll go over them, but it's sweet. So before we get into, that age of 16, there are some things between there. Just after I'd gotten in trouble, I met my friends Ricky and Bobby. We were great friends. We actually still know each other all these years later. We used to build bikes. We used to go bike riding, dirt, and all kinds of stuff. We used to play video games. Man, we did so many things because we were so young. We were always out, always doing things. It was me, Ricky, and Bobby. It was fun. And those guys, they were the best. They're some of the reasons I met Paul. This is how life can work out. So at the time, I didn't realize any of this, but me and Ricky and Bobby are hanging out. They lived in an attic, and one day I come over and they're shooting a BB gun at the school across the street, Lennox, and like just hitting when it's a cheap ass BB gun. It can't do nothing. So they're shooting at the school, and then I get there and I'm just like, yeah. I'm like, you want to try? And I was like, fuck this, I'm shooting the school window off. So I took the gun, loaded it, cocked it, pointed it out the window, pulled the fucking trigger, and the van window in front of the house dropped. And I mean just dropped. I was like, what the fuck? And Bobby looks at me and he goes, I did tell you the sight was off, right? No. So there's a broken window, and we stopped shooting the BB gun. And it turns out 2 days later, these morons told on me. They told this guy Paul, it was Paul's dad's van, and told him I shot the window out with a BB gun. Paul's dad's insurance paid for it. Paul says I should pay for it, and I gotta give him the money. He's in a way a gangbanger at the time. I was like, fuck you. I'll give the money to your dad, but I'm not giving you shit. He swears I owe him the money for the window. This is now an argument. He's a gangbanger, has me chased around the neighborhood by this guy Kool-Aid. Used to chase me down, try to beat me up. He couldn't catch me. I was too fast, too quick. The guy Kool-Aid was fat. So that happened for years. That was a time, I'm gonna get beat up for shooting out the window. So me, Ricky, Bobby, we're all chilling. Paul, man, Cheryl was in the picture. Those were the days. And then the day came. There, back then we used to page everyone. So I was paging Cheryl over and over and over again, and she wasn't calling me back. So I was mad. Finally, she calls me back from a strange number. She's like, what the hell do you want? And shit. And I'm just like, man, we were supposed to be together today. She's like, I don't want to see you. And then all of a sudden I hear this bloop bloop. She dropped the phone on the floor. I'm like, hello? They're done with me. All of a sudden a girl picks up the phone. Hello? I said, hello? She goes, who is this? I said, who the fuck is this? She goes, you called my phone. I was like, yeah, I'm talking to my girlfriend, Cheryl. She's like, your girlfriend? Well, that's kind of funny because she's outside with her boyfriend. I was like, what? Oh. So, this girl lays out for me what Cheryl's really been doing. She's got like 3 boyfriends. She's been up there hanging out with this guy, fucking evil. I forget what the fuck his name was. There was this evil nuke tumor. These are some tagger guys, graffiti artists that were wanting to be better than I was, and they just weren't. They were part of a crew called Lad Crew. I used to call them Doll. Oh man. Drop the phone on the floor. And she picks it up. Who's this? Who the fuck is this? And we start talking. I ask her if I call her back that night. She says yes. I call her back. We're talking. Turns out we actually have a lot in common. And, she was cool. So, I wanted to meet her. She kept saying she didn't want to meet me. Said she was overweight and she had just broken her neck. And she had her head shaved. She had no hair. And I told her it didn't matter to me. It's what's on the inside that counts. So, I don't remember what day it was, but I do remember telling Bob I wanted to bring her flowers. And he was like, come on in. And so I didn't. I met her up on, I can't remember that, but it was up on Cicero Road, a gas station. She came walking out of the alley. She wasn't wearing her neck brace. And I swear she was the cutest. She really was. We met. I told her right away. I was like, I thought you wore a neck brace. She was like, I do. I was like, you better put that on. Her neck was still hurt. Broken neck from an accident with her sister through what we called the S curve. Those 2 bridges you drove under in the shape of an S, and if you're going too fast, you'd probably crash and break your neck. So, now that we've met each other, I like her, she likes me, we start talking. I forget completely about Cheryl. That girl doesn't want nothing to do with me, so. Me and Veronica. She was a wonderful girl. We were talking for a couple days, getting to know each other. And I get kicked out of my house. There were years in between. Veronica happened at about the age of 16. I remember coming home one day, and whenever I was in trouble, it would always smell like beer and cigarettes. It had the smell, and I was like, damn it, I'm in trouble. Walk in the door. My mom has laid out on the table all of my guns and paraphernalia and everything she's found in my room. She went through my entire room on all my bad stuff. Knives, weed, guns. I was holding some guns for the Royals at the time. So I had 3 pistols, 500 rounds of ammunition, marijuana plants, joints, bowls, butterfly knives, all kinds of stuff. It looked like some kind of evidence table of horrible stuff. My mom says to me, sit down. I sit down. She's like, this is unacceptable. And then she tells me how it happened. Her girlfriend was in my room cleaning, which for one shouldn't have happened. But, she was in my room cleaning up, and she heard a thump on the floor. My gun fell out from underneath my pillow. It scared the shit out of this lady. My mom got home. She told my mom. My mom went in my room and found it all. Oh, my mom was done with me. She didn't want anything to do with me anymore. Get out, she says. I said, I have to take the guns with me. And she was like, I'm calling the police. I'm turning these in. And I said, Mom, these are gangbanger guns. I don't know if they've been involved in a murder or anything, so you call the cops. I don't know anything about these guns. They're yours. And if they're a murder on one of these weapons, you're going down for it. I'm not. I want to give these back to the guys who gave them to me, and I'll leave quietly. My mom, shocked by what I said, lets me gather up the guns. I put them in a backpack, and I leave. 16. Man. I called the guy Moose. I gave him his guns and his ammunition back. And that was it. I hadn't seen my mother after that in a long, long time. And now here began the period of me and Veronica. This is more of a good time. I wish I had this all in order or something so it was perfect, but I don't. This is the best I got. I'm trying my best. So, we've gone through the ages of 10, 11, 13. It's, like I said, kind of a blur between there and 16, and then I meet Veronica. Oh. And her brother Kevin, my friend Big Sam. Oh. This is the start, man, really. I don't know if it's the start, but it begins a lot of my life. Next time we'll talk about Veronica, I guess. If I remember anything else, I'll let you know. I'm kind of enjoying this vlog. Talk to you soon. You have a good day. Later.